Right on cue, Andrea.
Left for service.
Oh. Yeah, what a strike off the backhand.
15 on.
Yeah, there it is. That beautiful backhand down the line. She really, you can see it there in the corner of that camera angle, how she uses her body to move forward and through the ball.
$30-15.
Yeah, there is the Mboko team. Natalie Tozier, her coach, former Wimbledon champion, finalist, excuse me, back in 1995 was Natalie. Lost out to Jana Novotná that year.
$40-13.
Second double in the game.
And you can see her technique. She has more of a slice second serve rather than a kick. She throws the ball to the right and to the front. So when you are nervous and still trying to find your rhythm, or when it's a tight moment in the match, that's when her second serve seems to get shaky.
Advantage, Krejcikova.
There we have it. If you take a look, so the ball toss is very much to the right. It's quite high. And then when you slice it, as you can see, the rotation of the ball.
Game, Krejcikova.
If you slice the ball, you have to accelerate the wrist
First game.
as fast as you can to make it.
This just Krejcikova's 8th tournament of 2025. Only a third hardcourt event as well.
30 love.
Best run here came back in 2021. Actually, her debut in the main draw that year when she made the quarterfinals. She beat Garbiñe Muguruza in the last 16. Eventually lost out to Sabalenka. Hasn't been past the second round since then. Just won the doubles here as well. That was back in 2022 alongside Katerina Siniakova. Slam champion. She's won every single Grand Slam in the doubles at least once. She won the WTA Tour final. She's got an Olympic gold medal. She won the Fed Cup. I don't know about you, Andrea. I still feel as though she maybe doesn't quite get the credit that she deserves.
I agree with you 100%. Just when you said Hall of Fame, I agree with you. That is a locked-in Hall of Famer. For me, if I had a vote, I don't, but she's getting my non-vote.
You should.
Yeah. Just an incredibly talented tennis player who was oftentimes limited by injuries and her health. One of the
40-30.
more perfect techniques, both backhand and forehand. Her net play, once we see her coming forward, you will see how natural that looks as well. She can play a slice on the backhand side.
Yep, throwing the slice in there to draw the error, so perfect stuff. Oh yeah, second backhand up the line winner already for Mboko.
15 love.
And this is where Mboko is so good. You can see already, this is a great camera angle, that she's put a bit more pace on her shots. And that's what she was doing in Montreal as well. She would start a bit safer, try to see what the opponent can throw at her. And when she notices that it's not enough, she has a third and a fourth and a fifth gear to go into. And for such a young player to have that tennis IQ is really remarkable.
Yeah, she got off to a lot of slow starts, didn't she, en route to winning that title in Montreal. Her third round against Marie Boskova, she lost the first set 6-1 before turning that one around. Her semi-final against Rybakina again, lost the first set 6-1. Came through that one in a final set tiebreak, and then in the final against Naomi Osaka found herself a set down, having lost it 6-2 before turning that one around as well. So just no panic at all when things aren't necessarily going to plan out there. Some unbelievable defending and athleticism from Mboko.
$30.
Excellent tennis. Again, just mixing in that slice and then accelerating through the forehand.
30-14.
What a beautiful strike from Krejcikova. This is my favorite shot of hers, that forehand cross court. She always aims it at the three-quarter position of the court. This is such perfect technique. I could die happy watching this. And I do think this is exactly right what Mboko did here. Try to find the backhand of Krejcikova's a bit more. Yes, you will have to contest with that slice that she has. And the backhand is not a bad shot either, but just trying to stay away from those forehand cross courts of Krejcikova's that opened the angle so beautifully.
Just using that chip return as well there, Krejcikova off the forehand side. So giving Mboko plenty of looks out here. Already a big moment in this opening set. Chance for the double break.
Deuce. Advantage, Krejcikova.
Now we talked about Mboko's tennis IQ. Same goes for Krejcikova. Here we have Nathalie Tozia one more time. Krejcikova registered the backhand down the line of Mboko's and is now going for the slice. That is well done here, but it is so much harder to change up the line against the slice than against the top spin. This one floated a bit more. That's why Mboko got under the ball nicely.
Advantage, Mboko.
Oh, there it is again. And that one struck even better, I think, than the previous one.
Advantage, Mboko.
That's brilliant from Mboko. And what an important hold that could turn out to be. Stays.
Love. 15 all.
It was only last year that Barbora Krejcikova won the second of her Grand Slam titles at Wimbledon. A run that pretty much came out of nowhere. Had also struggled with injuries at the early part of 2024. Hadn't played a huge amount of tennis. That's a brilliant move forward.
Thirty 15.
And then unfortunately for her, the longer the season went on, the worse the back problem got, and she was kind of fighting her way through it at times. Got to Asia after the US Open and actually had to retire in a match in Ningbo. That was in mid-October, and I think she just went and played the WTA Tour Finals in quite a lot of pain. And the fact that she was still able to beat Pegula and Coco Gauff that week and make the semi-final just highlights really just how talented Krejcikova can be.
Game.
Did you ever play her, Andrea?
I did, unfortunately for me. That's why I know her game so well, because you know what is coming. You know of that forehand cross court. You know of the angles. You know that she can.
And
talking about Krejcikova's strength, I think that's what the best in the world do. They have patterns that work, even though you know that they are the patterns that will work against you. They are so good that there's just... so little that works against
15 on.
the strengths of the best in the world. And Krejcikova, for me, is very much one of the best in the world.
So what was your game plan going into a match with her?
You have to try and make it very physical. If you can go away from her at all times. Not that it was successful for me, but I did try. And I do think if early on in the rally you can find the backhand a bit more, it helps you to get into the exchange a bit better. Whereas if you don't do it, if you go through the center or the forehand, you have the feeling you're under pressure right away.
Such a great return from Krejcikova right onto that baseline. And again, Mboko is under significant pressure on serve.
Come on. 40-30.
So already had to play 16 more service points than Krejcikova. And she'll be delighted to come through the game without having to head to deuce again. So still staying very much in touch here, 3-2.
Okay.
So Krejcikova might feel as though she should be further in front than she actually is here, but still with the single break, 3-2.
Love. 15 all.
First time ever that Mboko has played the US Open. Did play the juniors here back in 2022, made the semi-finals there. Interested to see who she lost to that year, and it was Alex Ayala, who of course has been another who's had a bit of a breakout 2025. Yeah, it's well done. Always so comfortable in the forecourt.
30-15.
Yeah, Ayala went on and won the whole thing that year. Had an extraordinary win yesterday, did Ayala. 5-1 down in the final set to Clara Towson. Turned it around, came through on a final set tiebreak.
Yeah, that was a crazy match. Packed grandstand court, great atmosphere. What a way to kick off a Sunday start at the US Open.
I feel as though she's been under huge pressure the opening half an hour. Mboko, she's done a really good job just to keep it to the single break, and she now has a chance to get back on serve.
Yeah, that is just textbook tennis from Krejcikova.
Yes.
Keeping the pattern simple, serve out wide into the open space. And even a great mover like Mboko can do nothing but sort of keep the ball in play, and the court is wide open for Krejcikova.
Advantage, Mboko.
She certainly has the lion's share of the support out here on Armstrong, does Mboko.
Deuce. Advantage, Krejcikova. Ms. Mboko is requesting the replay of the call on the right service line.
He just wants to absolutely make sure that this ball was in. Pretty comfortably.
Deuce.
Krejcikova trying to keep Mboko on her toes with the slices thrown in and then accelerating the tempo again, betting on the inexperience of the young Canadian. But she's finding her rhythm slowly. She is playing better and better as this match progresses.
Advantage, Krejcikova.
Good aggressive second serve from Krejcikova.
Game.
All right, so first moment
Krejcikova.
of real adversity on the Krejcikova serve, but she does a good job to save the 2 break points.
Krejcikova
And,
leads
tick off
4
another
games
game,
to
leading
2
4-2
first
now.
sets.
I'm sure both of these players weren't particularly delighted when they saw the draw come out and they saw them against each other. Really tough first round here in New York.
And it's such a strange match, Adam, right? Because it simultaneously feels closer than 4-2, and as if Krejcikova should have already won the set
Agreed.
somehow.
Yeah.
Because she had so many opportunities on Mboko's serve.
Let's second service. Love.
The youngest of 4 tennis-playing siblings is Victoria, her sister Gracia, oldest brother Kevin. They both competed at college level. Her other brother David unfortunately had to stop playing tennis because of an eye problem that he picked up. So yeah, maybe not surprising that she got into tennis. She was only 3 years of age when she first picked up a racket. An amazing story. Her parents, who emigrated for from the Democratic Republic of the Congo back in 1999 because of the political turmoil there. Moved to the United States before then heading over to Canada.
Game Mboko.
And by far, Victoria Mboko's easiest service game so far. 4-3.
Krejcikova leads.
Serving at 4-3.
Yeah. 15 love.
That is excellent from Mboko. One of the best points that she's played so far today.
15-all.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Adam, especially the depth she had. Take a look at that. That's a defensive shot, but lands an inch in front of the baseline and then turns defense into offense seamlessly, finding her groove.
Third, 15.
Doing a good job behind that first serve so far is Krejcikova, winning nearly 80% of the points. Not ideal. Just as she threw that ball up, a massive car horn that she heard. A bit of a glare up at Orally Taught there.
And we've seen it now over and over again. Move forward when you return. From Nathalie Tozia. Because Krejcikova does have a lot of spin and rotation on her serve, so you have to make sure you follow through the ball with your body.
Game, Krejcikova.
Some good holds from Krejcikova. One game away now from the opening set.
Krejcikova leads 5-3 first sets.
You might notice Noelle van Lottem as well in the box of Victoria Mboko, another former player, got to 57 in the world. Has been working with Tennis Canada for a fair few years now.
Love 15.
Back to back.
Love 13.
Shaking out her wrist, hopefully. It's just to make it nice and loose and not because she's feeling some pain there. Fell in the semi-final of Montreal onto that wrist.
Love
Quickly
14.
took that right hand off the racket as soon as she missed that backhand as well. So, yeah, slightly concerning here from Mboko. And 3 set points.
(15-14).
And Adam, maybe we have some numbers and we know that Krejcikova, and you can also see it from your eye, that Krejcikova is hitting the ball bigger of both wings, particularly off the backhand. Maybe something to do with the wrist of Mboko.
And that one is long. And the first set belongs to the two-time Grand Slam champion, Barbora Krejcikova. 3/4 of an hour out here on Armstrong. She takes it 6-3. Oh, no. Oh, Krejcikova had just stopped.
15 love. Led for service.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, she's lost her vibration dampener as well. And it's 15-all, but both points should have been won by the other player.
At least it's fair. Even if she has backups, players are so superstitious. Who knows? Maybe
True.
it's the one that she always wants in her racket when she plays.
The one she won Wimbledon with
Yes,
last
exactly.
year.
Yeah.
Third C15.
She's looked really good today, as Krejcikova certainly. I mean, I mentioned that match that she last played before coming here to the US Open, that loss to Jasmine Paolini in Cincinnati 1 and 2. At one stage, I actually thought she was going to retire from that match, and looks like a completely different person on court today. She looks so flat and deflated just a week or so ago. But hitting the ball great, moving well.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that
4C15.
forehand has looked very well today. Just a few that have lost the mark. Other than that, just a nice swing through. She seems to be striking it very confidently, as if she's hit enough balls. And that's something that I've seen with her this year, because she has had that break. It just sometimes seems like she hasn't had hit enough balls in practice.
Game, Krejcikova.
So nice, comfortable start to set 2 here for Krejcikova.
First game, second set.
Decided to come back a week before, played in the tournament in Strasbourg. Putting you on the spot here, Andrea, but if Victoria Mboko came up to you during the US Open here in the next week or so and asked for a bit of advice going forward, what would you tell the 18-year-old?
My first advice would be find an expert to talk to, not me. That would be my first advice. Honestly, I think she's doing most of the things so well. I do think a kick serve will be needed in the future, just to have that option in her repertoire, to not have to go for that slightly riskier slice serve in important moments on second serve. Now there it is, as if
15-13.
I jinxed it into being.
Just shook out that right wrist again, didn't she?
And, you know, Adam, her
15,
wrist might have been
14.
completely fine in practice, but it's a funny thing what adrenaline does to your body. The moment you step on a match court, there's a chair umpire who says, ready, play. 55 minutes played of adrenaline rushing through the affected area.
Well, the crowd got her through some pretty tough moments in Montreal a few weeks ago. Trying to do the same here. 15-40.
Game,
And a bit of an
Krejcikova.
error-strewn game from Victoria Mboko. A couple of double
Krejcikova
faults
leads
and
2
the
games to
backhand
love, second
unforced error.
set.
Body language not looking overly positive right now.
Well, and a lot of credit to Krejcikova, who has played this match so well so far, not in terms of how she's hitting the tennis ball, but also every time Mboko picks up her pace, Krejcikova goes to the slice, calms down the rhythm right away, and Mboko didn't have the chance to really find.
Love it.
Super ten druhé, pojď.
15 all.
Máš čas, pojď. Výborně, Varu, pojď.
30-15.
Former quarter-finalist here.
Yeah, and you could just hear them say, try to release, as if they feel like Mboko is playing with a slight handbrake on, whether that's due to her wrist or due to nerves. But we've seen the numbers, and Krejcikova has out-hit Mboko throughout this match today on both forehand and backhand in terms of pace.
Game, Krejcikova.
But a pretty imperative service game required here.
15 love. 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 40-30.
It's now 7 double faults in the match. She's got to be careful here. 40 love up. Now back to deuce.
Deuce.
And Krejcikova relentlessly targeting the forehand now. She too either has gotten something from her player's box that mentioned maybe your opponent is not feeling at 100%, or she has registered herself that Mboko is shaking out her wrist.
Advantage, Mboko.
Nice serving there from Mboko.
Beautifully dealt with from Krejcikova. Could have been a little awkward, that.
Deuce.
Second serve is getting a bit of a working over right now, though. Just 1 of 7 points that she's won behind it. Very much just kind of rolling it in as well. 65 miles an hour. Great depth from Krejcikova.
Advantage, Krejcikova.
Now you can see it here, what you just mentioned, Adam, the depth, just pushing Mboko off her balance.
Deuce. Advantage, Mboko. Wait, please.
Did a great job. Mboko just to stick in that point. Couple of enormous forehands from Krejcikova, but she does hold. 3-1.
Krejcikova leads 3-1 second set.
So a little bit more for Team Mboko to be positive about.
And she needs to find a way to make some inroads on Krejcikova's serve. That has been the biggest problem today for Mboko. Has not been able to break.
Very good second serve. 100 miles an hour right into the body.
And I do think that Mboko, she had, for example, a great winning record against Rybakina's first serve, who is one of the best servers on tour. But that rotation that Krejcikova always puts on her first serves, she can flatten it out if she wants to, but oftentimes there's a bit of slice or a bit of kick. That has thrown Mboko off her return game today. There was, again, that slice that moves away from you. You have to use your body to help yourself out a bit.
On.
And if she does go on and lose this match, Victoria Mboko, I'm sure she'll be absolutely devastated, but I think it's important for her just to remind herself just the magnitude of her success in the last 12 months.
And one of the toughest draws.
Yeah.
On the women's side.
30-15.
Krejcikova at her best as a top 10 player, maybe even a top 6 player. Just wasn't able to play as much. And you mentioned it earlier, Adam, just a year ago she won Wimbledon. So clearly the quality is there. This is a tough first round for both players to get through.
Former world number 2, Barbora Krejcikova. World number 1 in doubles as well. Again, it was that colossal cross-court forehand from Krejcikova that set the point up for her. That one is wide. Krejcikova is inching her way closer to the second round here, leading by a set now, 4 games to 1. I just love how she's mixed it up today. Krejcikova, we've seen slices off the backhand, off the forehand. It's only the second point that she's actually lost at the net today as well. 8 of 10 points there.
Love.
Oh, it's just too good.
Again, just showing off that beautiful technique. Krejcikova, look how she swings her shots. She never halts. There is no pause. It's just pure flow on both forehand and backhand. And that chip return has really paid some dividends. For Krejcikova,
40-15.
if nothing else, but to slow the game down and give her the opportunity to get back and cover the court. And Mboko is doing quite a good job for a young player to handle those slices.
(40-30).
Actually overran it in the end, Krejcikova. Trying to go behind the back, but another important hold from Victoria Mboko. The crowd again just trying to give a little bit of encouragement here.
Krejcikova leads 4-2, second sets.
Well, Adam, and I don't know if Mboko has watched Krejcikova this year, but she's had trouble serving out matches this year. Of course, that's due to not playing so much. The big points and the big moments feel even bigger than they usually do. So maybe still some opportunities to be had for Mboko if she can find a way to break Krejcikova's serve. She really hasn't figured out that slice body serve, right? That's the one that she always, Krejcikova, an important moment, always takes out of her bag. And Mboko, I don't think she's made one in a significant matter.
What would you say to her there? Kind of alter her return position, or?
I think she, on the second serve, she has a very aggressive return stance. I think just, and sometimes when you say to a player back up, it doesn't mean you have to do a Medvedev, right? Where you can't be seen on camera anymore. Sometimes just a couple of steps are enough to give you that bit of extra time. And very important target through the center of the court. If something goes wrong, it will still probably find the court.
It's just as good as it gets, using every inch of the court from baseline to sideline. Another perfectly timed move forward.
40 love.
Well, she's flying on serve at the moment.
New balls, please.
Only lost 3 points on serve in this set and is 1 game away. So serving to stay in it here. Here's Victoria Mboko, 2-5.
love. on.
Just 6 of 23 points that she's won on that second serve today in Mboko, down at 26%.
15-13.
Andrea mentioned it, she struggled to close out a few matches, so Mboko has just got to ask the question here of Krejcikova, somehow get through this game. So just an hour and 20 minutes on the clock, and Barbora Krejcikova has her first look at a match point.
Yes. Advantage.
On match point, it was one of the better second serves she's hit all day long, Mboko, but another double fault here.
Yeah, it takes her to double figures in the match.
Oh, and that surprised Krejcikova because Mboko took pace off her first serve in a significant manner. Only 74 miles an hour on that first delivery.
It's just a joy to watch Krejcikova when she's playing like this.
Advantage, Krejcikova.
Well, that's a very positive start for the two-time Grand Slam singles champion, Barbora Krejcikova, who comes through a potentially very tricky opening match there with Victoria Mboko, who unfortunately for Mboko couldn't quite give her best today because of that wrist problem. But, I mean, she can certainly leave the court with her head held high after the year that she has had. But it's Krejcikova who is through to round two. The draw is a favourable one as well. It will be Mayuka Uchijima up next for her.
That was a very, very impressive showing from Barbora Krejcikova, and you said it, Adam. Victoria Mboko can be very happy with the progress she's made. Unfortunately, still hampered by that wrist. You could tell that she was not at a full 100% here. Still a talent for the future.